Hey folks, this is Ben Gessel. I'm just gonna make a quick video here before teaching a piano lesson or two. And this is just, I made this list a few days ago, just haven't made the video yet. And this is just called, Images in Fantasy that have stayed in my subconscious in my life. But these are just, of course, a very small percentage of them. So here we go. The opening scene in the Black Cauldron, the animated movie Black Cauldron. This is Disney, it's in the forest. So if you see it, the opening scene, that stayed in my subconscious ever since I've seen that movie. Legend of Kyrandia, when the main character gets to the wizard's house, inside the wizard's house, more especially because of the purple dragon, and just in Legend of Kyrandia in general, the artwork is just amazing. The Wheel of Time, there's an area in that game with like a kind of a black space type area, and it's just very unique. It's not really a floaty. You're not floating. At least you're playing Elena. She's one of the Aes Sedai female mages. Anyway, but it's kind of different. Yeah, it's not like evil. It's just kind of different. It's very dark, but it's the black space. But then you have the whites or the light colored gray platforms you're jumping to here and there. Anyway, Baldur's Gate 2, Soldan Estelar. How green and beautiful the city is. It's just beautiful. They did an amazing job with the artwork. And just again the final battle with John Irenicus, as well as going down to hell and fighting John Irenicus too. It's very, very memorable, extremely memorable. Of course, the same thing with Baldur's Gate, the first game, final battle with Sarevok, of course, and of course Baldur's Gate, entering Baldur's Gate, and the city of Baldur's Gate in general. It's just wow, awesome stuff. The way it looks. Dragon Age Origins, the huge ogre battle, extremely frightening battle. My heart was pounding. Myself, my roommate Napoleon at the time. It was just so intense. If you guys have ever played Dragon Age Origins, if you haven't played it, by all means, that battle would scare the crap out of you because of how big the guy is, and he's coming after you, and how much damage he does, and he can bite you and stuff. Anyway, Bloom, the pond in the space toward the very end of the game, very, very dreamlike. It's like the swans are floating in this pond in the middle of space kind of thing. It's just very surreal and fantasy oriented and everything. And also, but from Loom, this is the LucasArts game, Crystal Guard, very beautiful and green palace, and the way that everybody is in Crystal Guard is just very nice. I just love the way that the people are. There's a good feel about the area. Tron, healing liquid and crystals seen in the game. In the movie Tron. This is from back in the early 80s, or like 1980 almost. 1981, right in that ballpark. Between 80 and 82, somewhere in that ballpark. But yes, when the main characters, all the main guys, they're a little bit hurt, and so they're healing up with this crystalline area of liquid and stuff. And anyway, Legend of Kyrandia, there's a area in the cave area that has these little colored orbs. They're kind of like fairies. They're kind of cutesy. It's kind of a nice little area. Alice in Wonderland, there's a area with the Cheshire Cat. Of course, this is the Disney version with the Cheshire Cat and Tolgi Wood. That whole scene has stayed in my mind ever since I first seen the movie, of course. Willy Wonka and Chocolate Factory, the big candy room when they first go in there, of course. Of course. American McGee's Alice. This is the one they made for way back in the early 2000s or something like that. It was farther back somewhere. There's a Pepper Woman, and the one from Alice in Wonderland, and the way they made her was very frightening, very, very frightening. Battle. And also there's so many scenes from that. This the whole video game in general, the whole video game. But there's a giant mushroom area with giant bumblebees, very memorable. But again, it's just there's so many. The whole game is just memorable. American Music, Alice, the water, kind of waterfalls, and the lily pad area where you're kind of rafting in these different areas. That area is awesome. The Centipede Battle, also the same game. Last Unicorn, the first area of the movie, was very beautiful. I know some people like to tease the movie because it has to do with unicorns. Unicorns are kind of girly, but it's a very beautiful forest. I thought it was very taken with the animation. The animation. So, of course, Harry Potter, Chamber of Secrets, Salazar Slytherin's, that whole chamber area with the basilisk toward the end of the game, toward the end of the movie. Very memorable, of course. American McGee's Alice again, the white and black squares area. There's kind of a chess area, but then there's like a area with it's kind of like optical illusion area. Very, very memorable. Okay. The Hobbit. Smaug versus Bilbo. This is the animated version. Very intense. The Hobbit, again, animated version again. Goblins attack in a cave. That's where we get the Down Down to Goblin Town famous song that Trey Parker and Matt Stone like to kind of spoof in their WikiLeaks episode from South Park. Okay, and then of course Baldur's Gate 2, the Furkrag battle. The dragon. They're also very memorable. Because he's a bad boy. Very bad boy. Demogorgon battle in the Watch Keep Tower in Baldur's Gate 2. Very, very intense. I don't know, one before that also, which was really, really stinking hard. If you guys have played the game, The Hobbit animated version, Bilbo meets Gollum, finds the ring. Mirror Mask, the thing with tons of keys. This is the Neil Gaiman movie. There's a structure with lots of keys that the main character, is trying to find the right key. And then also there was this character that was in the Mirror Mask area. It was kind of like, was it a dream or not kind of thing? It was a dude with the spiky hair, kind of looks like French fries. And then, of course, there was a guy in real life. It was like, kind of had, kind of like him, but that kind of thing. Anyway, Mirror Mask. So Alice in Wonderland, the flower scene. Yeah, because the flowers are really snobby and not kind to Alice. I wanted to beat the crud out of those flowers, but I wanted to pull them out and tear them to smithereens. But okay, Oblivion. Certain underground ruins and temples in that game were very memorable to me. They still are, Yes, Baldur's Gate, the Sorcerer's Sundry's shop, which is very beautiful, very, very awesome place. Plus, that was the best place to get spells, so. The Lion Witch in the Wardrobe, 1979 animated movie. The chase scene with the White Witch, the beavers. Yeah, that's some serious stuff. If you want to be scared as a kid, especially as a kid, but that's a scary, scary, scary stuff right there, man. Alice in Wonderland, 1972. The Eat Me and Drink Me scene with all the pastel colors. And I think it's just the color scheme. Again, I mentioned this before, but Disney stuff, Disney Alice in Wonderland, very colorful, big and vivid colors. British productions in general, including Alice in Wonderland, very pastel colors, life-size people with costumes on. Completely different kind of deal. England versus America, Anyway. Dumbo, circus and circus clown scene. Scary clown, lots of reds and stuff. The stereotypical clown thing. It's very, very memorable in my mind, though. Okay, Sleeping Beauty, the Maleficent turns into a dragon scene. Yes, that's it, because a lot of this is animated. Okay, the Black Cauldron, again, animated the fairies in the cave scene. Secret of Nim, the owl scene. It was a little bit scary for me, especially when I first saw it as a little boy. Wasn't sure what's going to happen to Mrs. Frisbee, of course. The Secret of Nim, the rat's lair, how colorful it was with all the, colored lights and stuff. The Christmas lights, whatever. Little light bulb things. Winnie the Pooh, the Heffalumps and Woozles sequence. The dream. Very trippy. Dumbo, pink elephants on parade. Yep, we're getting into the trippy stuff. Yeah, whoa. Psychedelic. Okay. The Sword of the Stone, Madame Mim and Merlin battle. Yeah, that one. That's a great movie. Sword of the Stone. Disney animated stuff. Alice in Wonderland. The caterpillar scene from the animated movie. It's very iconic. The "Who are you" thing. Yeah, right. Very memorable. Of course, It, right? Stephen King's It. Its lair. So, everybody made fun of how it looked in the very end of the movie. But at least the lair, the sewers, beneath the Derry sewers, right? And that area leading up to its lair was pretty stinking eerie, in my opinion. Very, very memorable. The way they used color and stuff, too. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, the weird, scary boat ride, of course. Goes without saying. Alice in Wonderland, Mad Hatter, whole Tea Party thing, very silly. Wheel of Time, the ornate library in that game, where it's involved, there's some battles and stuff going on, but it's like, oh man, it's a very beautiful area, very ornate wallpaper and stuff. Shaggy Dog, the study, in somebody's, I think it's in the French girl's house or something like that. Some kind of study. I don't know. It's been a while since I've seen that movie, but it was very, very nice. Very nice setting in that movie. Or at least for some of the scenes. It could have been the main characters, like Buzz's house. I can't remember if it was the French girl's house or Buzz's house. I just remember there was some nice looking rooms with some dark wood, stained wood furniture type thing going on. Okay, Pan's Labyrinth, the monster with no eyes scene. The witches, the purple eyes scene, the first time, right, with when she's trying to say, "Luke, I have some chocolate," right? When she takes off her sunglasses. Yeah, the first time really gets you, right? After that, it's just like not quite scary, but man. The witches ballroom scene where they try to capture Luke and try to kill him. It's pretty intense, man. And they try to chase him and stuff, and then they, don't want to spoil it too much, but then they get a hold of his grandma and stuff. Anyway, Alice in Wonderland, Tweedledee Tweedledum, right, for the animated version. Of course, very fun. Labyrinth, the movie Labyrinth, the monsters that can throw their heads around, take them off and throw them around. Those orangish red monsters. Wow, that stuck with me as a little boy. The Explorers, various scenes from the movie Explorers. Just the whole movie was great. With Ethan Hawke and River Phoenix and those guys. Never Ending Story, when Bastion skipped school. So, okay, that one's everyone likes to make fun of that movie, but I thought it was a pretty cool movie. Anyway, pretty cool. Frog and Toad, all the claymation movies that were Frog and Toad movies, just the way the claymation is, and it just has that certain feel about it that's very nice. It's very different. It's nice. Great Pumpkin. It's Charlie Brown. It's a Great Pumpkin movie. It's when the girls are teasing Charlie Brown because I wanted to again slap those, like Lucy, just want to go boom right across the face, like, girl, stop teasing Charlie Brown. Why'd you put a big face on the back of his head? You're making fun of how round his head is? Oh, Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. It's the Snoopy flying ace scenes and the music, which I've just transcribed for my piano students. Breathless. Yeah, and we think it's by Vince Guaraldi. I think there's another guy who wrote it. But check that out on YouTube, man. It's good stuff. It's really eerie, mysterious for this Halloween. Discworld. The wizards eating stuff in the video game Discworld. This is the Terry Pratchett, basically Terry Pratchett's stuff. It's very funny. The wizards are very funny guys. Harry Potter, the Chamber of Secrets video game, the Quidditch game especially, was awesome. Plus the same video game, Harry Potter Chamber of Secrets video game, collecting the Easter eggs in the game. Throw the Stone, the way just Merlin is. The scenes with Merlin in his office. So that's some of the scenes from a lot of animated movies and movies in general that have stuck in my subconscious. Subconscious? Stuck in my subconscious for quite a long time, ever since I've seen them. So, all right, catch you later. Take care. Bye.